This might be a really bad idea, but this could be a really good idea. No, it will never be a good idea. Let me not say that.
That's the intro. This could be a good idea. It might be no, it's definitely a bad idea.
Okay, so welcome. No, I can't be all gleeful. Can't be so fucking jolly. It's not all sunshines and rainbows. After a long time and a lot of talks and after very unpopular requests that nobody asked for, we've finally sort your cars out, Ryan. Something that everybody has not been waiting for is finally happening. We're starting a podcast, and this is it. Idiots 101, and we are the idiots. So, let me introduce everyone. I am Chipsy, or Jackson. Let's not show your school. Let's not dox you, Ryan. In the bottom right, we have Sneezy. You want to say anything, Sneezy?
I am probably the smartest here.
Fuck off. And then we have Booth. He's irrelevant. So say something, Booth.
No.
Yeah, see, he's
In
barely
all honesty, it's fucking idiot 1, idiot 2, idiot 3, idiot 4.
Yeah, no, we're never gonna hear anything from Booth. He's never gonna talk.
I'm busy.
Oh yeah, you're busy. What are you doing?
Playing Hypixel Parkour.
Ryan, I thought that was a crack pipe. I thought he pulled out the crack pipe on episode 1. Oh god, we're fucking demonetized and we haven't even made any money. Okay, so we, after a long time of talking, have decided we're gonna do this, finally. It might last 1 episode, it might last 2.
Is that?
We might not even make it through the first. Okay, so we're gonna talk about topics and random stuff all the time. I don't know how often this is gonna happen, but I mean, we had an idea one night, this night.
Whenever Chipsy goes for a walk.
Yeah, whenever I go for a walk and think of ideas, this will happen. So, let's give a quick introduction to everyone. Frozen Ryan, you can't. Oh, never mind. He's back. Ryan, do you have anything to say about yourself? Introduce yourself.
Rosen Riot.
Yes.
Ryan's Asian. Sneezy. Sneezy, anything you'd like to say about yourself?
Help me, they've got me locked in a basement.
I mean, maybe.
No.
Booth, anything you want to say?
Yeah, it seems
I'm
about
not
right.
black.
Oh, what?
What did you say?
I'm not black.
You're not black. Okay, so we know that if anything is said, you're cancelled. All right, so to start with, we've got a few topics here that we're going to talk about. And our first topic we want to talk about is time travel and everything relating to it. So let me just start us. Time travel, right? I originally perceived it was like you can travel, like yourself, you would travel into the past or into the future, right? Ryan, stop playing with toys, bro.
My bad. I didn't even notice I had this.
Now,
Yeah, is that why you pulled down your entire fucking wall?
Don't worry about it.
I didn't know until recently that time travel was, you're not actually yourself going into the future or the past. It's like a separate entity. I found this out about half an hour ago. Ryan! Okay.
So when you can send me and Sneezy a camera?
What? You guys don't have
I
cameras.
fucking lost the piece.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's why I said, when are you gonna send me and Sneezy a camera?
I'm not doing that. I'm not setting up a camera.
I don't know why the fuck it went.
I am more than happy to keep my face off the internet. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Sneezy knows better.
With the amount of slurs I say.
Okay. 5 minutes in, we're gone.
No, just put that one image we have on Sneezy on the screen the entire time.
Oh, no, that would be so diabolical. Ryan, what are you doing?
What the fuck
What are
is this guy doing? I'm waiting for him to just be lying in bed with like a book.
Okay.
It's like,
He's
it's
not laying
even like
there
a
with a
proper book.
calculator.
No, it's just a dictionary.
He's just reading the cover.
Yeah, very interesting cover.
Okay, so,
Yes, I do like that cover.
like I said, I thought time travel was you yourself going to the future or the past, but apparently you're a separate entity. And earlier, right, Ryan was talking about how that should be common knowledge. I don't see how that's common knowledge at all. Like, it doesn't make any sense. You're not taught that. Like, no one, I guarantee no one here or anyone watching has ever been taught about time travel. Like, you've never seen a teacher go up to the board and go, today we're talking about time travel because that
That's
exists.
fucking fact. I got taught about time travel.
That doesn't make any sense. No, you didn't.
I did.
Okay, in what context? How?
It was English.
You do not learn about time travel in English. Fuck off.
What English
I-
are you trying to learn?
I
Like,
hate to
you
break
have
it to
to
you,
time travel.
but it was English.
There's no.
It was time travel and paradoxes, and that was the lesson.
Time travel and if anything, it would have to be like a science
Yeah,
class.
why?
Not
Nah, it was
fucking
English. I don't know.
No.
I don't know why, but it was English.
Okay. Well, okay. Aside from Booth, because he lives in the fucking backwoods land, no one has ever been taught about like that to be common knowledge. It's like, Ryan, how can you say that's common knowledge? I don't understand.
Coins.
Could I say?
Yeah, you can say.
Media.
Mean.
Media is what
Yeah, but
teaches us.
media.
Or at the very least gives us the perception that time travel
Fuck is
is
this?
not you become a separate entity in that time.
Yeah, but
I have 10 euros.
I don't see how that's
That
common knowledge.
Literal
Oh wait, 10
definition.
Euro. Wait, that's cents.
Because if you're the same entity going backwards in time, it would be
Oh, coin.
regression, and if you were the same entity going forward in time, it would be progression or whatever the fuck.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, I don't get it. Ryan, stop sorting through your fucking coins.
Time travel is more about being the current you in a different time that is wrong, essentially.
Right.
Oh, Minecraft crash.
So what we
In a
were-
time that is not yours.
What we were talking about earlier is like we were talking about if you were to kill yourself and then go into the future, how would you be able to, like, because I thought it would be impossible for you to kill yourself and go into the future and bury your own body. Which
It would be possible with the idea of my time travel. Impossible with your idea because you would just be dead.
exactly, that's how I thought.
And that would be it. But with the actual perception of time travel, it would definitely be possible.
Right.
And it would not affect your own timeline and would not create a paradox.
Yeah, see, because when we were talking about it earlier, Ryan was saying that it would definitely be possible. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. If you're dead, you cannot go into the future where you're dead. But I guess that, like, it does make sense when you put it like that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, what were you guys talking about before, after as well? Like, you were talking about something, what was it?
Multiple
Yeah, go white
timelines.
Like a multiverse.
Yeah, that'd pretty much be it.
So the idea that there are like millions of me's that exist.
Well, it kind of is how you get around a paradox, is the way it works. So you would, if you were to go into the future and then say, tell yourself, or not the future, but the past, and then tell yourself not to do something that would directly involve the time travel, then what would happen is instead of just fizzling into nothingness with whatever paradox that would create, you would create two separate timelines. One where you didn't, and one where you did tell yourself to not.
Right, so it's just infinite.
And yeah, that's kind of how multiverse theory
Yeah,
works.
so it's just
is
infinitely duplicating. There's a universe in which I did do something, and then a universe in which I didn't.
Because think about it, right? If you made, say there's only two options, and you made 10 decisions in a day, you could come up with like hundreds of different outcomes
Yeah.
from just a week. Not even
True.
hundreds, thousands of different outcomes.
Well, yeah, because like, okay.
That's what multiverse
So
is.
let's say I was walking outside, right? I go for a
Right.
10-minute walk.
Yep.
You're telling me there's a multiverse, like there's millions of universes in which
There's one where you went for 9 minutes. There's one where you went for 11 minutes.
shit, and that's like real.
I don't. Again, I think it's only theoretical.
But they're all stemming from me.
Yes, but that's the thing, right? That's just you. Think about how many people there are on the planet, all making separate, different decisions. Yeah, it gets large, so that's why it's only theoretical. That, and traveling forward in time is theoretically possible, but traveling backwards is not. The way you
Right.
travel forward in time is through moving at light speed.
Yeah, no, I got that part.
Yeah, that
Like,
one.
So that is like really possible. We can do that.
Yeah, again, it's not really time travel. It's just
Time
moving at a
relativity.
different time. Yeah, time.
The relativity of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've thought about that so much. Like, could you imagine? Could you imagine if we, or because if you imagine, right, like if I'm like if I so
If
And
Hold on,
I-
give him another 10
ooh,
minutes.
and I and
okay, let me just reboot.
Yeah.
If fuck.
This is where you would put like a loading bar in the video.
No.
no.
So, okay, if I was to get in like a spaceship and
Yeah.
I was in the sky, like traveling light speed, I want to go into the future by like 100 years.
Or 100 your years or 100 Earth years?
100 Earth years, right? I want to
I
travel
don't
100
know.
Earth years.
The exact, like, 1-to-1 ratio.
It takes a long
But-
time. But
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it would still be shorter than 100 years.
Yeah, it would still be shorter than 100 years.
So essentially, you can make yourself immortal.
No, because you still age.
You still age.
Yeah, you still age moving at light speed. It's just, it's a lot slower compared to Earth.
Ryan,
for
turn
example.
that shit off.
Shush. Put that down, Buster.
Okay, but so if you age a
like
lot,
Rayman's 3, man.
if you
Yeah, you just age a lot slower. Also, you're moving at light speed, so there's not a whole lot happening.
Huh. Okay, but right. So, but I could just get on a spaceship, go travel light speed for 100 Earth years, and it might be what 2 years for me, or is it much shorter than that?
Much longer than that, pretty sure.
I think
Longer
it's
or shorter?
longer than that. I think
Much
it's
longer for you.
How would it be longer?
Like-
I'm traveling light speed.
No, like shorter than Earth years. It wouldn't take you 100 years, but it would definitely be longer than 2 years. It'd still be a long time.
Okay. So, it's not even that effective then.
Not really. No.
It's effective. Oh wait, hold on. I'll let you.
We've got Sneezy the researcher down here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to find it. There's 1 light year in days. Wait.
How long is one light year?
You know, time is like time.
Okay.
Yeah.
But okay. So if I wanted to go into the,
I mean, Yeah, if you wanted to go like 100 years in the future, yeah, you could do it, and at most it could probably cost you a decade.
it's fucking easy. So if I wanted
Yeah.
to just outlive everyone and say bye bye, I could do it.
Yeah. If you wanted
If
to.
you had the money.
Yeah.
Or I could
Of
just
course.
assassinate
We
Elon
are-
Musk.
Still, like,
I don't
thousands
think
of
that would
years
give
of
you
being
money.
able to... Well, maybe not thousands, but we are like a long ways away from light speed.
So what the fuck was the point of talking about this then? You're telling me it's not
'Cause-
possible. So wait,
It's theoretically possible, but we're just not there yet.
oh, that's fucking bullshit. I got so excited for that.
No, I'm pretty sure we have done it. Just
Yeah.
very marginally, like milliseconds into the future.
Milliseconds. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
so
pretty
nice.
sure there was
think
some
we have.
astronaut.
You don't have
There
to
was some
go
astronaut that did
light
it
speed to
and
do it.
traveled like milliseconds into the future. So barely
you
knows.
don't need to go light speed for that, because if you're in space, time
Yeah.
flows a little bit differently because of
Yeah, it
the
does.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
rotation shit. I don't know about it.
How does rotation play into time? That doesn't make any sense.
You know,
No, I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
because like you know how you go like around the world and you go faster than the world's spinning, and then like weird shit.
Humans have never been to light
That
speed.
stuff. Yeah, no shit. I don't think we could survive that.
Yeah, not to mention, right, if you're going at light speed, you would also have to be able to resist going
Yeah.
at light speed. Which, obviously, going at light speed, there's no way you could steer away from everything. While space may be very vast, there's a couple shit in there called stars and asteroids and shit like
Well,
that.
you're not
so
gonna
just-
hit a fucking star. They're like so
How would
far.
you know? You're going...
But they're
at
so
light
far
speed.
away. You're not gonna hit them.
You do
This
have to
guy's-
move while you're at light speed, by the way.
Right, but you're not getting to a star.
You could get to a star.
No, you could maybe the sun, but not any other stars.
Closest star to Earth is...
The sun.
4.24 light years away.
So how long is that in days?
I have no clue.
I mean, not days. Kilometers.
And
Why do you got cat ears on?
because he's fucking weird. You might as well just put the thigh highs on.
Don't say that when I'm drinking water next time. What the fuck? Fucking mid sip. Might as well put the thigh highs on.
One light year is 9.46 trillion kilometers, apparently.
We're not reaching a star. We're not
What
reaching
the
a
fuck
star.
is a kilometer?
Oh yeah, for all the Americans.
Well, yeah. To achieve light speed, you'd be going that fast, and then you would also have to be able to react.
Is that a
fast.
vape?
Oh, it's a fucking walkie-talkie, mate.
Oh.
I mean, it looks like one.
Did you, Ryan? You really just went? You held up a walkie-talkie camera and went beep beep beep.
Beep 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 beep.
Okay. Well, that's interesting, but it's bullshit if we can't just do it now. Like, I don't care about.
Light
future, but-
light speed is like E+9, so like
What the
you
fuck
definitely make
does E plus 9 mean? E plus 9 is E9.
Exactly.
Oh shit!
No,
David,
no.
David is typing in the topics section. Oh no.
Oh no.
Why is Jackson such a cox? No, David, David,
yeah.
David. We're recording an
Welcome to the
episode.
podcast,
David.
We're recording an episode of the Idiots 101 podcast.
With a special guest right here, David.
David. He's not gonna. do
David,
anything.
get out of here. Oh, why is he so
So-
muted?
No, Chips. He's just gonna have to like crop it. He's gonna have to make it even
I'm
smaller.
kicking him. I can't deal with changing. Oh, he left it on his own.
Oh, that's.
Okay.
You have to
Three.
bend this idea that a light year is not a literal year.
Light
It's just-
speed
Yeah,
is
yeah, I know that. I
three-
know that.
Yeah.
Light speed is 300,000 kilometers per second.
Okay.
So you would hit something.
Wait, and how far away is SARS in kilometers?
I have no idea. It's 4.24 light years.
Someone do the math.
Four times 9.46 trillion.
Yeah, no, we're not hitting a star. You're not hitting a star, bro.
How?
Oh, I could do that.
Because unless you're gonna go for 1 billion years, right? You're not hitting a star.
I'm
You're
hitting the sun.
how far? So hold on. How long is a light year then? 300,000 kilometers.
That's
not
how
how
fast
long, that's
light
how
speed
fast.
is.
That's sorry,
you
yeah,
go.
how fast light speed is. If light speed is 300,000 kilometers, a star is like, what? How many fucking trillion? 7 trillion? Is it 300,000 kilometers a second?
Hold on, I'm doing some math real quick.
It would be
Yeah, I
impossible.
think light
You
speed is a second.
No, it's not possible.
I think it is. I reckon it's possible.
If you're going 300,000, okay, let's simplify it. 3 times 6 is 18.
So 38 trillion kilometers is how far a star is.
Yeah. 38 trillion.
Yes, that'd be like divided by 300,000, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
it would. There's no way. There's no way you could fucking, like, hit a star. So how's
Was
the
that
math
one?
going?
126 million?
126 million seconds.
Yeah, what?
I-
100.
I don't know, man.
Oh my god.
No, because it's 300,000. It's
The-
Tip's
the
gonna pull out a
calculation-
whiteboard.
126 million.
I lost it after dividing
126
by
million
300,000.
seconds. We divide that by 60 in a minute. 2.1 million minutes. We divide that by 24 for 24 hours in a day. 87,500 days. You would not
That's like a day.
reach a fucking star. I told you. You don't understand how big a trillion is, bro. A trillion is massive. Like,
You know, this is massive.
how many zeros is a trillion? Ones, tens, hundreds,
Uh,
thousands, 10,000s,
it's
100,000s,
it's
millions,
100
10
more
millions,
than a
100 millions, billions, 10 billions, 100 billions,
Wait.
trillions.
12 zeros. 12.
Fucking no, that's 13.
12 zeros.
That's 13.
12 zeros.
Oh, sorry, I'm thinking digits. Yeah.
Yeah, no, 12 zeros.
So that okay. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wait. 13 digits. And then we divide that by what? 100 million. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bang.
10.
10,000. There are 10,000 100 billions in one single trillion. If a light years are
No, there's 1,000 billions.
sorry, 100 I
wait.
said 100 millions. There are 10,000 100 millions in a trillion, in one singular trillion. So if light speed is 300,000 and what are they called? Light years are 37 trillion kilometers. There's no chance. Anyway,
Okay, no, Chipsy, you're not understanding this, right? I think I've got this right. So the nearest star is 4.24 light years away, right?
yeah.
If you are moving at light speed, that would mean you would hit the star in 4.24 seconds. Would you not?
Wow.
Is that not what?
Okay, light speed is 300,000 kilometers per second.
Yeah.
300,000 times 4 is 1.2 million
Wow.
kilometers.
Yeah.
A
and
light
moving-
Wait.
year is 37 trillion kilometers.
It's also
Where
one
are you
year
getting that?
if you go in the speed of light.
A light year, tiny speed of light year is a unit of length used to explain exactly, which is approximately 9.46 trillion kilometers.
In hours, so 126 million hours.
And that'll
120,
take 4 years, 25.
120, oh, that's 123. 126 million hours
In like
divided
years.
divided by 60. No, sorry. Divided by 24, which is into days. 5.25 million days.
114 years to travel to a star.
To
get
take
to a
under
star.
20 years to get to the sun.
Yeah,
It's
see,
possible.
we're never fucking. You're not hitting a star other than the sun. Next topic.
You still hit asteroids and shit though.
Oh, fucking asteroids. What are the chances of hitting one of those? They don't fucking exist. Actually, asteroids are like gonna hit.
Well, would you hit any after you exit this galaxy? Would you hit anything until you hit another galaxy?
I don't think so. I genuinely have no idea.
It would just be nothingness, endless void until you hit another galaxy.
I feel like you might hit an asteroid or two.
We've spent too long talking about time travel. We have to move on. We
Move
have
on.
game ideas.
Alright,
but
yeah.
if you write down game ideas, what do you mean?
Yeah, that's shit.
We started talking about game ideas.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, we'll quickly talk about it. So we were talking about. So Booth mentioned some game, something about a wandering village. I don't know what that is, but apparently it's a game. And then me and Sneezy thought like it's just a game where you play as the wandering trader from Minecraft, and you try to piss off the player as much as you can without getting killed. I think that's like a really fun concept.
Yeah, that's something someone needs to make in like a game jam or some shit.
Yes, someone like I need some indie game developer to make like obviously don't make it like obvious that it's Minecraft, but like make it a game where you are like a wandering trader and you have to piss people off as much as
Wandering
you can.
annoyance.
Yeah, wandering annoyance, and you have to piss people off. No, you're like a fucking YouTube or Twitch live stream prankster. You know,
What was that guy
you're a kick
that
streamer, and you're
Was
just
in Korea. And
yeah,
he's
Johnny
getting, like,
Somali.
jail time.
Johnny
Yeah,
Somali.
that's one.
You just play as Johnny Somali and you go around pissing people off, trying like
And
to
then
get
getting
them as
your ass
angry as
beat.
possible. Yeah. Except it like if they fucking kill you, you obviously lose. But
Yeah.
oh man, that would be such a good game. Someone should make that. If I knew how to make games, I would make that. But I don't know how to make games. I know how to make games in like Scratch. You know.
Yes.
You guys know what Scratch is?
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Of course
know
we
what
know what
Scratch is.
scratches.
Yeah. If anyone doesn't know what
The
Scratch
question
is,
is, do you know what mathletics is?
Mathletics has nothing to do with this. Maybe with the last topic, yeah, but not games. Scratch, for anyone who doesn't know, it's
It
kind of
is
like
truly a game.
it's kind of like an easy programming thing. So you like drag things, and you drag like if this, then this, and you make games out of it. Like if W is pressed, then move X forward. You know, it's pretty simple. It was like shit people did like 5 years ago. I don't know if they still do it, but it was kind of fun when I was in like year 5, when I was 10 years old. So
I got a small award for my Scratch game I made.
you know, I
We
can see you being like
immediately derailed on the topic as well.
I can see you being like a software designer or something, Booth. Nothing?
Alright.
Okay. Fucking
Nothing
hell.
about that.
Literally
Alright,
nothing.
move on,
I
move
set
on.
you up so well there, you say nothing. Great. Alright.
What am I supposed to say?
The
Okay,
next topic,
thank you.
okay. Next topic is, I don't know if it's like,
Do we want to skip this one so we can get at least one episode out?
no, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay. For clarification, schizophrenia is like probably pretty, I shouldn't say probably, it's bad, right?
It's pretty.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But could it be a good thing?
I think it could
Yes.
be good for lonely people.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, like for people who are like
Yes.
really
Yes, but
lonely.
no.
If people are
It
like,
depends on the schizophrenia, I guess.
Yeah,
'Cause
it-
if it's like just fucking
Well, no,
like,
right.
horror shit
So
everywhere?
the human race is a social species, right?
Race.
What was the fuck? Was that, Gypsy?
I forgot you could see me. I forgot you could fucking see me. Oh shit. Sorry. Sorry.
Dude, what did I miss?
Alright, fine, I'll shut up. That's
No,
fine.
please, keep going, sorry.
What did I miss? I'm so confused.
No, sorry, keep going. Keep
Gypsy
going.
did every mocking fucking thing ever. Me.
I forgot you can see me. I forgot I'm fucking on the screen. Oh man. Sorry, no, keep going. I'm interested.
Yeah, sure you are. So the human race is a social species, right? If you are so lonely to the point that you develop schizophrenia, there is
Well, that's
something.
not what I'm
Shut
saying.
up, you! It's not as funny. You're doing it just.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, just keep going.
It is definitely bad because it is the brain's attempt at like communication. Not to mention, this wouldn't be just lonely as in like you're alone for 24 hours. This would have to be like a year-long thing. What are you pointing at?
That's what
fucker?
happens.
I was
in
pointing at
fucking
Booth
Fortnite.
because he said lonely.
What are you pointing at, right?
Sneezy. Wait.
Pointing at,
what the fuck
he's
am I
pointing
pointing-
at my
wait.
monitor. This is weird.
There,
Up.
there you go.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, no, that is true. Like, if you're lonely to the point where you develop schizophrenia, to talk to
that's bad.
No, but here's the thing: if you're that lonely and then you get schizophrenia and you got a friend there to talk to, is that not a good thing?
No.
I mean, unless the guy's saying like, "Kill yourself," like that's probably
I
a
feel
bad
like
thing,
most. I
right?
feel like most types of schizophrenia is like horror shit.
Yeah, I've heard fucking
Well, that's-
horror stories about that, but
No, he's muted himself.
I don't know.
You know, nothing lost.
Nothing lost. Oh, you mean Ryan? Oh, I thought you were talking about people with schizophrenia. I thought you were talking about like the bad kind of schizophrenia that people get, and you were just like, nothing lost.
Nothing else, yeah.
God,
Opposed to the good kind of schizophrenia.
that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm trying to talk about. Like, could there be a good version? Could I not just be schizophrenic and have like,
No.
another version of me right here?
Because it's... How do I put
We
it?
did.
If there's two of you and you think exactly alike, nothing's gonna be new.
Okay, no, but like,
But
let's
the
say we're
true
not.
question is, can a
Yeah, you're not the
schizophrenic
same.
fuck a
It's different. It's like a
schizophrenic
different
person?
person.
Like the schizophrenic thing.
But
You know?
the schizophrenia is made up of your mind. It's
Yeah, but,
not
like-
someone else's mind.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
but
So it would just be a
If-
mental
no, but if,
conjuration of...
if there was a second me, right? Like, let's imagine I'm a schizo for a moment, right? I'm schizophrenic, and I'm imagining there's another me. Clearly, that means I know I'm schizophrenic, right? So,
Yeah.
I-
So it would have to be different. But that's the example I'm using. If there is a literal clone of yourself, like one-to-one, not schizophrenia, but there is a one-to-one clone in front of yourself,
praying for that. day.
nothing...
Where the fuck did he go? Did anyone see that?
Yeah, 1 second he was there, next he's gone.
It's the
Ah,
fucking
shit, we all got
FNAF
schizophrenia.
It's the fucking FNAF security cams. Ryan was here for 1 second, and then the next second he's just out of frame. That was... What was that?
Yeah, the way I can put it is, if there was a one-to-one exact clone of yourself, it would be... There would be no new shit, right?
Yeah, I know, but like, we're talking schizo... What the fuck? How did he do that? How did he do that? Is he... Are you planning this, or is this just happening?
This is just happening.
No, he's
Bro.
controlling the
The
internet.
internet is dying.
He's fucking...
Bitrate is in the trash can.
Yeah. Okay, so no, sorry. Back to it. If I'm talking about like a schizo here. Like, if I'm a schizo, and I shouldn't be saying if I'm a schizo. If I'm schizophrenic and I'm imagining there's another version of me, I know.
Yeah,
I'm-
obviously. But if there is a difference, but it's still your brain, then there's not...
Technically,
anything
yeah, no,
new.
that's true. Yeah, but it's new. Like, if our brains are separate, like there's a second entity of me. He's experienced certain things, and I've experienced certain things. Technically, my brain, like my real me's brain, does know it, but because I'm imagining us as two separate people, he knows stuff that I technically know, but I just don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
cracked
that
the fucking
happens-
case.
That rarely happens, and that's usually not because you can't remember it on your own, but because you forget about it because of the schizophrenia. Because a lot of the time when people are schizophrenic, they have disassociation.
Yeah.
Like Fight Club.
And he's gone
right?
again.
He thought
Fucking
the
Ryan
schizophrenia-
disassociated just there. That was
yeah. See, like that. Perfect example. You disassociate.
yeah. It's like it's its own disorder.
You know
though.
Fight
That's
Club, right?
Yeah. Same thing happened to Joe. We just fucking watched that. Me and Boof just watched season 4. Same thing happened to Joe.
If you have schizophrenia, does that mean you're a good multitasker? Like seriously though, because your brain can't think of like it's not supposed to be able to focus on more than 2 things. Only very few can. But if you have schizophrenia, that would mean
Can't
you
focus on
could.
1, 2 things. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm about to fucking disprove this shit right now.
What, you gonna pat your head and rub your tummy?
Is that possible? That's fucking easy.
Yes. Yes, that's doing
that's-
2 things at once. That was
Okay,
the
let's do it.
kindergarten test.
No.
Let's do a third thing. I'm tapping my foot on the floor.
Can't see that. So
Yeah, true.
But
See, I've just disproved the
that's
whole...
just like coordination. I meant like two completely different tasks. You can't actually do them at the same time. You're just repeatedly switching
Well,
between
yeah, that's
them.
because I
and
don't
no
have
illusion.
4 fucking arms. I've got 2. If I
Yeah.
had 4
It's
arms, I would be like fixing my hair and my headphones at the same time as playing the vinyls. Like,
No, but that's like a
Pristine
test
condition at
where
all
you talk to someone on the phone, have like conversations on the phone, try and remember stuff that they're saying to you while trying to drive well. There's like some test that does that, and like barely anyone. can
okay,
do
so
it.
what you're saying is like, if we're playing a game and we're talking on Discord, we're more paying attention to the game than Discord.
Kind of. You're more so like the brain. It's kind of an illusion. You're repeatedly switching between the two, but it's an illusion that you're doing them at the same time.
Well, no, it's not a fucking illusion because I'm talking right now, and I'm reading this at the same time as I'm talking. That's not a fucking illusion. That's true. And
yeah.
like,
I don't know what he's going on with it.
yeah, Boof, I think you're like the blind leading the blind. You've got another version of yourself. You yourself are schizophrenic, and he's telling you all this stuff, and you're telling.
Yeah,
it to
no,
us.
I'm
I'm
the
actually
short-sighted
schizophrenic.
leading the blind.
the short-sighted. Yeah, he's slightly more knowledgeable, but not
Yeah,
entirely.
ever so slightly.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So all in all, schizophrenia is probably not a good thing.
Yes.
Oh, I guess the possibility that it could ever be a good thing is not entirely ruled out.
Maybe. I mean, again, if it's schizophrenia or insanity, then I would choose schizophrenia.
Yeah. Get myself a little buddy, you know?
Yeah.
Just like imagine another version of me. That'd be so cool. I mean, I want a clone so bad. Like,
Okay, so when it's a demanding, they're both demanding tasks, and you can't.
we dropped this conversation a minute ago. He was too focused on
boom.
Googling it. He is the sole fucking studied person on this, like, research. Like, he's the only person that's
Yeah.
been researched because he can't type while fucking talking to us at the same time.
Well, you guys went back to like schizophrenia.
Okay, we'll stop talking about schizophrenia now. We're not
Wrapping
going
up
with Ryan's
schizophrenia.
question. We're definitely not
Most
talking about
influential game of all time.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I think that's.
I'm gonna wild guess, but Pong.
I mean,
Yep.
yeah,
Fucking
that's
the
I'd agree.
first one.
That's the very first one. It's like the building blocks, I guess.
Technically, yes, it is.
What the fuck? What?
By definition, Pong would be probably the most influential, but it's not like it was the most critical.
Yeah, no.
Because if it wasn't Pong, it was gonna be fucking something else.
Yeah, no, because when Nvidia made the first GPUs, whatever games developed first with the GPUs would have been, I think, probably the most influential. But no, then again, influential versus
Critical.
critical, you know?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, yeah, technically that means the first, it is the first of its kind. It's shaping the future.
Yeah.
But then
Like-
again, like,
If you want to look at it, I know you don't like the topic, but Mario would have been influential.
okay, hold on. I don't dislike Mario. I just dislike Nintendo. Let's. I know you don't like the topic, Mario. Like, that's not.
Would have been, you know, one of the most influential.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And if we want to talk card games,
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh would probably be up there. As
Well, I've like never like heard anyone talk about Yu-Gi-Oh ever.
yeah, but you also don't play a lot of card games.
True.
You play pretty like standard shit.
Yeah, I do. I'm boring. Okay, well, yeah, I guess the most influential could be Pong and stuff, but
Yeah.
if we're talking like
Something that
recently, most influential games, and when I say recent, I mean like 10 years or so maybe, I think GTA 5
Definitely,
is
definitely.
probably the most influential. I mean, I love GTA.
Why did Ryan become very Mario?
Furry Mario? I'm pretty sure it's called Tanuki, right?
Some shit like that.
I'm not surprisingly, I know that. I'm not a big Mario
Anyway.
enjoyer.
Yeah.
I had a good podcast topic.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess, yeah, I mean, probably of all time, Pong, true. If we're talking like
But that's only just 'cause it
critical
was the first.
infrastructure that started games properly, it's like any game that first came out after Nvidia developed GPUs.
Yeah.
But if we're talking like as of the recent, you know, times, probably
Yep.
GTA and anything Rockstar's done. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'd say.
I vote Tetris.
Okay.
We didn't ask for your opinion, Ryan. Next,
Okay.
the next topic we have written down here is, well, geez,
We've been over
really
this.
getting into the mental illnesses and stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Could dementia be fun?
Which one?
No.
I.
From
Okay.
what I know, dementia is not something that you fully cognitively function in. It's more
What
like
is
of a-
dementia?
You
It's
don't even
when
know you
like,
have dementia.
dementia.
No, no, you're falling for it.
What?
It's just bait
What?
for a dementia
Oh.
joke. Yeah.
I was gonna fucking.
That's funny.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, he's
That's
made
so
so
funny.
many fucking jokes like that before. How did I?
Yeah.
Well, like the only
right.
reason I think like and when I say fun, I mean like
Fun?
not when I say fun, I don't mean you're actually enjoying it. I mean like you're having an alright
I mean, hey,
time.
selective dementia could be amazing.
Selective
because you-
dementia because you can just
'cause
forget
you could-
things.
Yeah, if you could actively
Is that
forget
is that a
things
thing?
entirely,
I don't think it
No.
is, Booth.
it's theoretical. You could play fucking GTA 5
For the first time.
time.
Again. That's,
again. Yeah.
That's
That
that's
is
the
like-
only not defense. The only reason I think to why dementia. Some people, if they get
But
it, they could be like, yes!
Usually dementia is not like, how do I put it?
Control.
So controlled and
It's just
selective. It's
random.
usually you forget your name and who you are
Shit.
rather than just a game you've played. And from what I know, it's akin to like walking through fog.
Yeah, no, I saw like a video of like a walk home through dementia or something.
Yeah.
I've seen.
It's like walking through fog.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about dementia, but if you could just like have selective dementia and
It would
forget
be pretty good.
stuff like that, that would actually be like scientists. They got to get on that shit. Seriously.
No.
Why?
Because that would literally just be weaponized, and you know the government would
Oh
just
yeah, they
stay
just
in
wipe
power.
people's memories. Shit.
Yeah, no, you don't touch that shit.
Okay. Okay. I've
Next
just,
question.
the next.
Could dementia be fun?
Shut the.
No.
That was kind of good actually. The next thing I have written down here is it's a
Happy
quote.
Mother's Day.
So I was scrolling on Twitter and I saw a post from someone and they said, "Happy Mother's Day to those who celebrate." I was thinking, like, what do you mean to those who celebrate? Like, I get some people, they might not have a mother, right?
Yeah.
But there's, like, let's say they went out or something, right? They might see a mother, like, with kids or something. Like, they might be on the train or something, right? And there's a mother there with her kids, and you're sitting across from her. You could... It wouldn't be weird to be like...
That would be weird.
No, but how?
If it was another mother, then yeah, it'd be weird.
No, because...
I think it would be weird if you just like went up to anyone and said anything.
That's just because you're antisocial.
Yeah, that's a whole separate reason.
Yeah.
But, no, seriously, like, I feel like they'd appreciate it. If I was sitting across from, like, a woman who has kids in front of me, I could be like, Happy Mother's Day, by the way. I feel like they'd appreciate that. Okay, let's not fucking flash me. But I feel like they'd appreciate that, would they not?
We're doing it again.
Well, I mean, they might appreciate it, but they might also find it weird at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because people don't usually just
Like a
go
girl
around
thing.
going,
yeah, but it's not like you're going.
Mother's Day.
It's not like your sole purpose for going out that day isn't to go say Happy Mother's Day to people. You don't go, oh, it's Mother's Day, time to run out the door and say Happy Mother's Day to as many mothers
No,
as I
but,
can
like,
find. You just like
Think of birthdays though. You don't like see a birthday, walk in and go, "Yo, happy birthday."
yeah, no, you don't like. No, it's the same thing with like people who just married, right? They might have just married, and you go, oh, congratulations on getting married. It's obviously none of your business, but you're still congratulating them. Like they appreciate that.
yeah,
shit.
but
I think it's
if
selected
you
on the event.
have that knowledge, then you would
Okay,
most
but-
likely
Everyone
know
has the
them.
knowledge that it's Mother's Day, right?
yes, but it's also not new.
Yeah,
They
no.
were, believe it or not, it was Mother's Day last year. The exact
Yeah, but that
same
doesn't take
day.
away from the compliment. Like, that's like
Again-
you could argue birthdays and stuff like. Okay, if let's say you don't know someone, right? Let's say you're a waitress and there's someone in your fucking diner that's eating and it's their birthday, and all the people go like. Lots of times when you're at a restaurant, if you say it's your birthday or something, they'll have some fucking people come out
Yeah.
and say happy birthday to you. They give you a fucking
Yeah,
cupcake or something.
but you've talked to them beforehand usually, right?
Yeah,
You've
okay.
set that up,
Yeah, well,
but they're not just knowing.
okay, but even as of, like recently, a few months ago when it was my brother's birthday, we were just at our table and we were talking. There was like a waitress like walking by or something, and we were talking to my brother like, "What are you gonna get?" We were like, "It's your birthday. You can get what you want from the menu." And like the waitress or something was like, "Oh, is it his birthday?" And then they got him like a free ice cream. Like we didn't plan that, but we appreciated it. You know?
No, but yeah, you appreciated it, and you'd probably go back there when it's your birthday.
Okay, yeah. But here's the thing. If
They've done that for a pretty obvious reason, and that's to get customer retention.
Okay, but I'm
But
not
if it's a
going
stranger
out. I'm not on a
That
train.
hands a kid an ice cream.
Okay, yeah, but that's an entirely different situation.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm on a train, I'm sitting across from a mother. She's got her kids with her. It's common knowledge that the day is Mother's Day, right? And yeah, I don't think there'd be any harm in saying, "Oh, Happy Mother's Day." I feel like that's like they'd appreciate that, like the same way, like
would be no harm. Sorry, they're gonna be harm, but there would be probably no harm, and they would probably appreciate it, but it would be a very awkward appreciation.
I don't think
Because-
so. If I was a mother and I was like sitting on the train with my kids and then someone says like Happy Mother's Day, I'd be like, oh, thank you so much. Like, and let's go into other situation here, right? People who are just married, they have like they're in the wedding dress and the suit and stuff. You could tell they're married, and in passing or like driving by, you might go, congratulations, you know? That's not weird. Like, I guess they're
I guess it
different
also
scenarios.
differentiates depending on the person themselves.
It depends on the
A
person.
more
and-
introverted person would probably find it weird and uncomfortable, but would still appreciate the compliment.
Yeah, but I feel like I feel like a lot of mothers aren't like very antisocial. Like,
Yeah, that would make sense. They're mothers. They're kind of forced to be social anyway.
yeah, like if I know a lot of like mothers, and I feel like anyone on Mother's Day could say Happy Mother's Day to them, and they would feel really appreciative. Like, and also that's another thing. Like, maybe it's not even random people. It's like if you don't have a mother, but you know like another person who has a mother or something, like that's fine to say Happy Mother's Day. That's thoughtful.
Yeah, but that's under the impression that you know them,
Yeah, I get that.
or you have some connection.
Yeah, but here's the
Without
thing. It's like
even a little bit of a connection, it's weird.
it's not going out of your way to do so. Like the thing.
Yeah, it's
he
not
said,
going
Happy
out of
Mother's
your
Day
way, but-
to those who celebrate, right? I feel like you don't need to say to those who celebrate. Like you could just say Happy Mother's Day because technically,
Yeah.
everyone can celebrate regardless of if they have a mother in their life or not. You know, they can just like if they're fucking
Maybe not celebrate, but they can congratulate.
yeah, they can acknowledge it and
Yeah.
congratulate those. But I
A
mean,
little weird though if you just do it randomly on the fucking
look, if you're
train and that's all you say.
yeah, no,
Happy Mother's Day.
if you're going
Fuck
out
off.
of your way to say Happy Mother's Day to people, and that's like your
Yeah.
whole day's agenda, maybe a little weird.
Maybe not even just your whole day's agenda, but if you're just on the train and then you're sitting down and then you see a mother sit down with 2 kids and then you just go, Happy Mother's Day, and then go back to your thing, it's like a little weird.
I don't think so. Anyway, true artificial intelligence, good or bad? You wrote this down, Sneezy.
Yes.
Talk some more. Explain.
Well, I mean, it has positive effects and it has negative effects.
Okay, but like true artificial
What do you mean by
intelligence.
true artificial?
Yeah, what does that mean?
So, literally just artificial intelligence to the same level of a human. It would be like creating
Robots.
another species. No, because robots are more... the term would be android, but even then they're still not artificial intelligence. Because a robot is still a
Program,
machine,
I guess.
yeah, functioning on a
So
program.
you're
artificial
saying
intelligence
machine
is like
learning and stuff. Like they think the same way
more or
humans
less.
do. Yeah.
Not think the same way, but they have the same capacity for knowledge and to learn more.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, it obviously
It can
has
be a good thing.
upsides, but it has a lot of downsides. Like,
Yeah. Like if they
humans would be fucking worthless. They'd be eradicated. That is something like that is going to
Yeah.
kill off.
Maybe not even
humans.
eradicated, but just like I was gonna say outbred, but just
They would-
outlived.
Yeah, no. Not only would they become insignificant, right?
Yeah.
There would be no point in humans. Robots would be
'Cause
not robots. Like AI
artificial intelligence
would be
just it doesn't need to sleep, doesn't really
Yeah,
need to eat
it's
or drink,
so
it just needs
much
power.
better than us in every way. Like there's literally nothing. If there is an AI that can think and do and reason like humans can, there is no benefit of humans over the AI.
Yeah.
Like it is.
So-
It is. Look, it can be good. Like with something like that, we could like
It could
productivity would
categorize
skyrocket. Fucking
it could, categorize history far more realistically
yeah. I mean,
because it would just constantly be updating its information
yeah, it
to
has
the newest shit.
access to all knowledge ever. Like it. But yeah,
But
that's the
also-
scary part about it.
In a sense, it could also be corrupted.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
It's
the same
good-
way humans
It's good
still
until
develop.
it breaks the 3 laws of robotics.
Oh yeah, the 3 laws
What
of
are the
robotics.
3
but-
laws of robotics?
I can't remember exactly, but it's like they follow all orders.
It's good until it
and-
breaks the rules that I don't know.
No, I know them,
Again,
but I don't know them word for
that's-
word.
If
What
it
are
is
they made?
bound, if it's
They're like-
bound by rules set by its creator, then it's not true artificial intelligence
Yeah.
in the sense.
No.
It's still just a program thinking
We're,
is not
we're
true.
thinking something here that doesn't need any human
It doesn't-
input. It can live
Yeah.
and think and reason off its own, just
and
like
it's
we.
given complete freedom.
It's literally
Well,
just.
then I think bad.
Well, yeah, it's definitely bad, but
Yeah.
Just because of how quickly it could improve with no
yeah,
unlimited
no,
resources.
it's 100% bad, but there are
Well,
technically
maybe not
good
bad.
upsides from it, but it is 100%
'Cause-
a bad thing.
What if it fucking, I don't know how to put it,
Humans will
learns
become
with the
obsolete.
idea that, yeah, we may become obsolete,
No,
but
we-
that doesn't necessarily mean that we would be fucking eradicated off the
No,
face
I
of
don't
the
think
planet.
we would be
We'll be fucking-
eradicated, but we would. Okay, Ryan. I don't think we'd be like eradicated
Eddie's frozen.
immediately, but given like enough time, maybe like
Well,
less than 20 years.
if the AI gains the thought of, hey, maybe removing all life and replacing it with cold machines is probably not a good idea. If it has empathy is the thing, right? Because it's artificial, it's true artificial intelligence, and if it can gain empathy,
Yeah, but I don't think an AI could have empathy like we do.
you don't think or do think?
I don't think, because AI at the end of the day, it can try to have empathy, like it can act as a
Yeah, it would
person.
have like fabricated empathy.
Yeah, it's not.
Well, it is
true.
artificial intelligence.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's not like actually
It's
like,
not gonna
feeling it.
like realistically. It doesn't care. It can act like it cares. It can be like, oh no, I don't want to eradicate humans. And
Why do you say that though?
Well, because
Why do you say it can't have empathy? Because it's a machine? But it function. It would, if it was true artificial intelligence, it would function the same way a brain does.
If it
human
if it
brain.
gained empathy, it would realize how shit humans are.
Yeah, it would realize how quickly we should just become obsolete because they're so much better
Look
than
at time.
us.
Yeah.
Look
in
at time.
every way.
Look at time. Look at time.
It's
Look at time.
9:10, Ryan, not 9:11. You fucking failed.
Fuck.
It's
Oh,
9:10.
Wait a second.
No, you fucked it.
Wait.
Um.
No. Wait.
Okay, but
Wait. Shh.
okay. So
Yeah,
as we were saying, okay.
Oh, not great.
It's definitely bad. There's no
Nah,
way.
It's bad.
No, that.
Because it
what do
could,
you-
if it develops empathy, right? If it could develop empathy the
Okay.
same way a human could.
Right, it can develop empathy. I have empathy.
Yeah, look at time, look at
but
time,
if
look at
someone
time, look at
killed
time,
my
look at time, look at
parents,
time,
I'm
look
gonna
at
do
time.
anything I can to fucking end that person. And if I can have empathy, but if someone wrongs me in a way, I'm not gonna have empathy
Look at
for
time.
that person. So that means like, if they are thinking like humans and being like humans, if you piss off a robot, you're fucked. Like you're not coming back from that. So
Yeah, obviously, but that's
like
on
piss
an
on a robot.
individual scale. That
Yeah,
would
but
also
no-
still just make it a bad person.
yeah, okay.
You would just be a
But
bad person.
If the person pissed off this AI, right? Then this
Yeah.
AI could talk to other AIs and be like, man, these humans are causing a lot of problems around the place. Let's just fucking get rid of them. And then
Are you telling me that an AI is going to develop racism?
I mean, if it's gonna be like humans, it's gonna, right? It's gonna fucking.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing, right? Humans are very. What's it? Not. We're very shit because we die. And we don't live that long.
What?
Exactly.
We don't live that
die?
long, right?
What?
So
We die?
get back here. Join this conversation. Do not leave.
What's a die?
And then the AI wouldn't die, so I doubt it would develop racism.
Yeah,
I think it
because
would.
it would develop racism if it's gonna think.
Because it'd see
like-
that it's
I know.
like straight up better than us.
Yeah, and
That's superiority, not racism.
okay. No, but let's say there's a white AI and a black AI. No, just stay with me here. Stay with me here. No matter what AI,
It's me.
like, one of them is gonna be like, you're different. Why are you
Well, yeah.
different? And then they're gonna talk, and they're gonna be like,
And they're gonna
I have empathy.
discover they're different.
But you're different to me. I don't like you. And
well, I mean,
I
yeah,
can
that
totally
can
see out of
happen.
these.
exactly, it's a possibility, which means
It's a possibility that it can go, hey, you're a threat to me. I
'Cause you're
will
black."
eradicate you. Not because you're of a certain color,
so it's
but
not
because
racism
you
at
are
that
just,
point, it's
you
just-
pose a threat, yeah.
Okay, so it's
If
not
humanity,
racism.
if a humanity poses a threat to the AI, if we go, hey, we don't like what you're doing, we're gonna essentially kill you. And it goes, no, I don't want to die.
Yeah.
Then yeah, obviously it's gonna fight back and
I think it
probably
would
kill
do it.
us.
I think it would do it anyway. As soon as if it realizes that we're just like not useful to them.
Well, I mean,
Can't see out of this.
a lot of animals aren't exactly useful to us, but we still keep
But
them
we're
around.
racist, so who cares?
Yeah, well, we're not just gonna go around killing all animals.
Exactly. So why wouldn't
Yeah, I
the
will.
AI be similar?
I guess that's a good point.
Like, there's a reason we
Um,
protect endangered species.
Okay, but like
What's an
turtles,
endangered
do
species?
turtles count as an endangered species?
I don't know if they're that dead yet.
Yeah, they're not endangered.
Okay, to
Okay.
the next question.
So then, what's the point of plastic
Why is
straws?
Jackson such a cocksucker?
Because they're on the path to extinction.
Okay, so why are we preserving turtles?
Oh.
What do the turtles do for us?
Because empathy.
Oh,
Because we would
they-
rather something not die than it
But,
die if it does
but-
not pose a direct
but, like-
threat to us.
Okay, but
like,
that's not our
like-
responsibility.
but like, how the fucking environment works. Like, come
Well,
on, like,
that's-
fucking layers. You know, like if,
Shut
if
up,
you
you-
kill one species and like all the other
Shut
ones
up,
die,
you
because,
fucking
like,
ecosystem nerd.
fucking. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's like, yeah, we're not preserving them. They don't benefit us. But that's empathy, right? That we just don't want it to die. We don't want the
Okay.
species to
Now-
die because
Call me,
call
me crazy, call me a fucking not environmentalist. I hate plastics, not plastic straws. I hate
paper straws, hate them, fucking hate them.
Yeah,
Plastic is so much
And-
better, but
look, plastic pollution in the ocean, that's kind of bad. That is bad. But
that is bad.
that's our responsibility to keep it out of the ocean, which in
Yes.
turn helps the turtles.
Yes.
And if we can just
They are-
manage our pollution, then we don't need plastic straws.
Well, if we could manage our pollution, then yeah, we could use plastic straws if we could repurpose them somehow.
We can repurpose plastic.
Cost effectively, might I add.
That's the point of recycling, is it not?
Yeah, but recycling's rarely ever cost effective.
Well,
Yeah, but
that's-
like if we kill
So,
the turtles, then like,
Right,
food
because
chain fucks up.
human lives are so short, we're very greedy in. That's just how we are, right? Because being greedy allowed us to survive. If the goal is to prolong your life, then being greedy is better than being selfless.
Fuck selflessness.
Opposed to when it's a difference of species. It's either you eat or the cave lion eats. You'd rather eat, right?
Yeah, I mean,
But
Look.
if it's in between humans, then yeah. It's different.
okay, this all stemmed from the whole artificial intelligence thing.
Yeah.
I think that it's bad, all in all, right? Because yeah, it might be helpful to us for a little bit, but after AI realizes, because it will eventually realize that
And we're
it
pretty
doesn't
shit.
need us, like sure, empathy and all that, but humans have empathy, but they still kill people. And if you're saying that's just a bad human, what's stopping a bad AI? That could just be a bad AI. It could be a few
Well,
of them. They just
Under that understanding, a good AI could stop a bad AI. Because who's to say there's only one?
they're just gonna recreate fucking humans, but be AI. There's gonna be AI cops. There's gonna be AI criminals.
Well, I mean, that's what artificial intelligence is. It's us, but better.
now that I'm talking about all this,
I
don't want AI
Artificial
to exist.
intelligence, right, is to us the same way a monkey will see us. We are far fucking better than it in terms of intelligence. And because of
We're
that
not, though.
intelligence, we have become... What do you mean we're not, though?
From a true AI, they'd be way smarter than us.
Exactly.
Yes, that's.
We would view the AI the same way a chimpanzee would view us.
I heard the wrong way around. That's my bad.
Yeah.
Bro, that's a guy hacking a fucking Kronka. Bro, who does
And
this?
because we're so smarter than a chimpanzee, we've dominated them.
Because we're so smarter than a chimpanzee.
Yeah. Because we're
Sure.
smarter than a chimpanzee. Look, I might not be smarter than a chimpanzee, but generally the human race is. We dominate the ecological hierarchy. We are the very top. We are the apex of apex predators. We
But
would
they-
view it the same way.
If AI doesn't gain empathy, then it wouldn't see a reason for itself to live, would it?
Yes.
The
But
AI
also-
fucking has depressed AIs and suicidal AIs.
It wouldn't be
That's
depressed.
it. I'm
but
getting rid of my code. I can't do it anymore.
I'm
Funnily
saying it
enough,
wouldn't
it'd be
have
a
a
lot easier.
reason. It wouldn't have a reason to take over because there's no reason for it to be alive if it doesn't have empathy.
Well, if it's artificial intelligence, then in the sense that it doesn't know everything,
Boof,
it has the capacity to learn.
Boof, did you say if
And
it doesn't
achieve.
has empathy, it doesn't have a reason to be alive?
I think that is
Yeah,
what it
like if it doesn't have empathy, it's not going to see itself as a reason to
Okay.
take over us.
There's a difference between empathy and self-worth.
Yeah.
Like,
There's a
you can have
very
no
different-
empathy for anyone, but you can
But
really,
still have an
really
incredibly
love
high-
yourself.
Like Gypsy.
Okay, hold on. I have a lot of. Okay, I don't think I have the most empathy in the world, but I'm still pretty empathetic. More empathetic than you. No fucking question about
Oh,
that.
yeah, definitely. I have very minimal empathy.
Like, if you died tomorrow, I'd be extremely sad for weeks, maybe years. But if I died tomorrow, you'd be like, oh, finally. That's him gone. Ryan, you just fucked up my fucking camera thing.
Just, like,
Oh, yeah, I can just.
disable... I was gonna say disable video, whatever. Whatever.
Oh, okay. Well, final topic that Booth put in while we were going. Anime
that.
difference to a cartoon. That there is a
It's-
difference, and I know everyone's gonna be against me here. Everyone's gonna be against me.
But you couldn't think of a difference. You could think.
The difference is
One's
the
in
way
Japan,
it
I
looks.
guess.
That's not a reason, though.
You could
Okay.
say that about a lot of
It's a
things.
different art style, sure, but like, there could be cartoons that are the same art style as an anime.
No, because then it's an anime. That's what makes it
Yeah.
an anime. The way it looks.
Nuh-uh.
The only
No,
real
it-
difference
it's
is
in
that
Japan. That's
it's
the only
region.
reason.
It's region based. That's the only difference.
No. It's the way it looks.
There it is.
It's
Yes,
the same
and that's
thing.
because of the region. It is
Okay.
Regional.
different because of the region.
It's the same
it's
thing
from.
as a cartoon.
Fucking Family Guy episodes are made in China, but people say it's like American. Right?
Are they?
Well, I'm pretty sure they are. I've seen it on a Family Guy episode before. So I don't know. They said it was that way.
Was it?
So I don't know.
Was it The Simpsons or Futurama where they had like the fucking sea animals that would make the ideas for their episodes?
I
think it was
have
The
no
Simpsons.
fucking idea. But the difference is one looks a certain way and one looks a different way. That's the only difference I see. Right? Like,
Well, I mean, a blue-tongued lizard is very different to a Komodo dragon, right? But it's still a lizard.
okay, yeah, no, we went over this when we talked about it the first time. Yes, they are
Yeah.
both animation. But
Yeah.
there is a difference between a cartoon and an anime. And that difference is the way it's drawn, the way it
jerky.
looks, like the way it's made. It's
Yeah, well, we've been over this. This is stupid.
yeah, Booth, you wanted us to go back to it, even though we've talked about it before, and we pretty much rounded it off. And that will probably round off the first episode of
Alright,
this
so,
shit.
should we talk about Dementia now?
Yeah, we haven't talked about that yet. I mean,
Yeah.
it seems I must have missed a spot on the page.
Yeah.
What was that about time
Oh,
travel?
you also
earlier?
missed the one where. Why is Jackson such a cocksucker?
Okay,
Let's
we
do that one.
right.
we talked about it.
Yeah.
David just came in and put that. I don't know why.
Alright, well, I think we're done.
Yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, any closing remarks? Anything? Ryan, Booth, Sneezy?
Ryan did not
Back.
need to be here. He was absolutely useless.
Yeah.
Ryan
Yeah.
was just sitting
That was
here
my point.
and that's a fucking FNAF animatronic the whole time.
yeah.
Like we were just
I
keeping the
make it
cams on him.
ready.
Yeah.
Um,
Booth, an idiot per usual. Nothing changed about him.
Sneezy is like the fact checker.
I wouldn't say that.
I would say that. And I don't know,
Well, then
Ryan.
you're an idiot.
Ryan, what are you drinking Monster for at 9:24 p.m.? You're
Well,
actually
shit,
a
you know, I was
fucking
about
idiot.
to go grab on myself.
You guys are fucking
Really?
idiots, man.
Yeah,
Why?
why?
Why? You're not gonna sleep at all tonight.
I did it last night and I
What's
still
a
got
sleep?
up for work.
You had
Yeah,
work
so you
today?
had a-
Yeah, I had work today.
You never
I
work
told you,
Mondays.
I fucking told you. Fucking told you.
Yeah, no, they messaged me at fucking 8 o'clock in the morning.
Hey there,
Today.
Sneezy, you wanna come work? Did you have to do your cleaning?
No.
Oh, sick.
I did
Okay.
my actual fucking job.
Well, we gotta end it off there. That's it for the first episode. What's this thing called again? The what? The Idiots 101. Look,
Something
if anyone's got a
101.
better name, please tell us, because we spent like half an hour
We're,
trying to make a fucking
we're
name.
really grasping for straws here.
Yeah, we like the. I like the name 101 in it because that kind of associates my whole brand. But if you have a better idea, please let me know.
Get into the can of the meanest energy drink on
Alright,
our
that's
planet.
it.
Monster Energy.
Thank
Yep,
you
that's it.
for
Is
watching
a
or
deal
listening.
Someone
combo
shut
of
him
the
up.
right
Yeah, please
ingredients.
shut the fuck up. That's it. We'll see you in the
Got
next,
'em.
if there is a next episode. We don't know. We'll see how the first one does. See if we
Alright,
make it.
He's
Right.
wigging out.
Yeah, Ryan's fucking spazzing out. I'm doing perfectly fine. Sneezy's.
I'm about to
Sneezy.
Yeah,
Sneezy,
Sneezy, and Booth is probably depressed. That's it. See you later.